Hey there, it is Dan,
And Rob.
and you're with the Mind Body Melt. Today's topic is road rage and traffic. Interesting conversation for a fitness channel. I'm going to put this on my lapel right here, on my shirt, so you can hear me better. So Rob and I right now, we're driving to meet with a couple clients, and it's a Sunday afternoon, but to get there, we have to go through some pretty heavy traffic. And on our drive so far, we've been driving for about 10 minutes. We've been beeped out twice and cut off 3 times. And the interesting thing is, the old me would just flip the F out. I'd be screaming, I'd be yelling, I'd be giving the fingers, I'd be honking my horn, like that. And I don't really do that anymore. And I started looking into why I've been able to actually be calm behind the wheel. And interestingly enough, I heard a quote, and the quote was, are you going to react or are you going to respond to a situation? And when we're driving and we're behind, we're driving behind these walls of glass, sometimes we feel invincible or stronger than we are, and we're more apt to respond, especially because we're kind of at a high stimulus, we're really focused on what we're doing, and the slightest thing can just set us off. But what I've noticed, especially just from working out and meditating, is that when a thing happens, someone cuts you off or someone's beeping, it's really just a stimulus, and you can choose to either react like a crazy person and beep and get into a road rage situation, or get out of your car and fight the person, which is not recommended. We do not recommend that here at the Mind Body Melt. But can you respond? Like someone literally just pulled out in front of us, a Lyft driver, but calmly just responded. Okay, I hit the brake pedal slightly. I didn't have to slam on the horn. The person cut me off, but everyone's okay. Something else I learned too is that with this react and respond thing is if you react, you're giving your power away. So if I start beeping and screaming, then he pretty much just took all my power. But if I respond, I'm in control, and I can choose how to respond to the situation. Same thing even in a verbal argument of any kind or a text exchange. If you have a person who is reacting to you, that means you're in control. You have the power in that situation. So try to always respond when something doesn't go your way instead of react. It's pretty life-changing. Rob, do you have anything else to say on that as I pass the lapel mic back on to you, carefully driving?
Always courteous, drive fast, take chances.
No, we don't do that.
We don't do that. We don't condone
we'll put a
that.
disclaimer right there, not to do that.
No, do not attempt this at home. And I just reaffirming what Dan said, a lot of it's just being in your mind and understanding emotions and how you respond to things. And the old me would have responded, hair trigger, emotional. This guy cut me off. Why I oughta. Well, what's going to be the end result of that? What am I going to go? Grab the guy, go beat him up, him with a tire iron? Is that going to give me satisfaction? No. I end up getting arrested, processed, go to jail. End of story. And then I ruined my life. And for what? For that brief moment of satisfaction in knowing, oh, I showed him or her, not to be sexist. So I think the thing is you have to get outside of your brain, breathe, take 10 seconds, count to 10, and then realize, put it in perspective. What does it really mean? Does it really mean anything? I mean, so the guy cut you off, so big deal. Guy's a jackass. Or gal is a jackass. Okay? You're not going to change their behavior.
I'm sure they're a nice person, but in that moment, they're a jackass.
They're not going to change, and you're not going to change their behavior. In fact, they're probably going to dig in and become more obstinate because they're in their heads. They're in their brains. Well, really, they're not in their brains. They're in their emotional, reptilian brain, if you will. We'll bring that up time and again. And it's not going to suit anybody's purposes. In fact, it's more admirable to be able to be composed in yourself and walk away from something like that.
Absolutely.
And move on to the rest of your day and the rest of your life, because it's really not worth it. And I think a lot of the strife and a lot of the aggravation that you see with people right now is because they're frustrated. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to get outside of their heads. And they need clarification. And it's tough if you don't have that. But if you employ a standard workout routine, if you employ meditations, affirmations, that's definitely a step towards a positive. And we try to stress positivity, with a tinge of humor here and there. I don't know what Dan's doing with the car right now.
I was trying to turn around, but
we're going in circles.
There was a person riding my butt, but I did not react. I just slowly responded.
That was quite admirable, Dan.
Yes,
I didn't even notice.
I could have lost my mind there. One last thing I'll say, too, is you could say, oh, yeah, that's all well and good. This sounds good. But what happens if I'm actually in that moment and someone cuts me off? I don't want to hold something in, and you're right. Holding things in will lead to tension in the body and emotional issues later on. So as Rob was kind of saying earlier, the best thing you can do is just breathe. When it happens, just do some breathing. Deep inhales, deep exhales. That way, whatever stimulus it is, whatever emotion you have going on, you're letting go of it. You're letting go of the stimulus and the stress in that situation, and you're not going to hold on to it, and you won't be stressed out later on, and you're going to instantly just feel better. So that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. You're going to say you're Rob. That's all. You want this one? 3, 2, 1. As he drops his cup! He's dropping his cup!